The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Down, Brissett. Buying time to his left. And he's got some space here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Wide, 90! Wide, 90! Wide, get wide!
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
No dice! Shut down! Shut down!
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. Come on, let's go!
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Ohio! Ohio!
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Play action now. Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Single receiver. Come on!
On play action, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shane Ray in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. This away into the icy winter air. Spinning away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Good.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? The little leaguer there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Tiger.
Now Foles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Go.
Here's Foles. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They'll drop the throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down throw for Brissett. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Ohio! Let's go! What? 90! What?
Brissett on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Brissett now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ohio! Mike, 45. Nice, sweetheart. Ohio!
Brissett now. Steps away to his left. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch left. Here we go. What? 90.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. David Emerson able to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Brissett. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
To throw is Brissett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll look to throw here. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. Hey, let's go. Great. Flat.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's forced out right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Good. 180.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10 to Allen on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Tiger.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 50.
Water.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Mike, check. 59.
Great.
Watch the run.
They're going to look to throw.
Check 3.
And able to find Dorsett. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Let's go.
3. Check 37. Check.
Tiger. Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Blitz.
Here we go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Tempo.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burned the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Everyone's got four down. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
They'll run with Allen. And some room to maneuver.
Let's bring it.
Buck Allen. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Buck Allen, 56 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Chris Jones on the stop.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Hey. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90. 1J9 is yours. Staying open.
Second down, Brissett. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Flex round.
On third down, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Here's Allen, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Great.
Now Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Jets. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down, punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, Brissett again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Hey, tonight, 380.
Now a toss play. Allen. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Go.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's go.
Here's Foles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
180!
Right back to it on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Gordon from 17 yards out, and the Broncos add on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
4 down, 4 down. Ohio! Ohio!
Brissett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ohio! Ohio!
It's third and long for Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now a carry for Allen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Ohio.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, baby. Check. Lucky.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight left. Let's go. Red 38. Motion.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brissett now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Brissett. He'll dump it off to Procise. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Procise. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, we gotta get... Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flex round! Flex round!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Here we go,
First
here we
play
go.
of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's
Let's
2nd
go.
and 12.
Hey, 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 hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Thick.
Motion, motion.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Watch left. Stop right there.
Set. 180.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Denver. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
A first down throw for Brissett. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Anderson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.